right, thank you so much for that beautiful report. And like I mentioned earlier, we have a very interesting topic, and it's time for us to meet our first guest on the show. And I have with me Victor Idonor, right?
Yes.
He's the managing director of Graded Era Solution Limited. Welcome to the show.
Thank you very much.
And we also have Janet Monday. She is a business developer. Thank you for joining us
Thank you
today.
very much, madam.
All right. So, tell us a bit about cybersecurity.
Thank you very much for that question. Cybersecurity can simply be referred to as the security of our digital lives, which encompasses the infrastructure, the communication channels, the people utilizing them, both the physical, the ones on the cloud, and all of that. So basically, it's the security of the devices we use, the communication channels, and where we store our personal data.
Okay, very interesting. All right. So I understand that you run a cyber boot camp.
Yes.
Where you educate people more on security.
Yes.
So, what inspired you to create the boot camp, and what do you hope participants would gain from it?
All right. Thank you very much for that question. Now, in the global community, the cybersecurity market of today is reaching 268.13 billion US dollars. This is 2024. And by the year 2034, it's expected to reach 878 US billion dollars. And with this massive market size, it's important for us we in Nigeria, to be able to key and tap into that market share. And in the Nigeria we are in today, a lot of learning and educational system focus more on theoreticals. So there's a need to actually bring the young talents, young defenders into the practical hands-on experience where they can actually utilize this skill set knowledgeably to enhance the security of our infrastructures. So that is where the Cyber Defenders Bootcamp come into the picture, where they can actually have hands-on experience to learn what is obtainable locally and internationally. Cybersecurity is a global thing. What you learn here is same as what you're going to be learning outside the country. So the knowledge you're applying here, same security measures, same security protocols, is what's applicable everywhere. So the Cyber Bootcamp equips young talents, young individuals between the ages of 25 to 28, 15 to 25, where they can actually become cyber defenders to secure our digital infrastructure. So basically, our targets are the young talents who are still in school, who are going for their 6 months internship program, CYSEC program, the ones that just finished school are waiting NYC call-up, the ones that are doing their NYC service, and the ones that are fresh graduates waiting to be employed. This is where we train them, we equip them with the rightful skills that will make them become globally relevant anywhere they find themselves in the world. For example, we also have participants coming in from even outside the country currently.
Interesting.
So it's really, really an amazing one.
Okay.
And of course, impactful.
All right. So, what kind of person would benefit more from this, attending the boot camp, and what skills do they typically learn from it?
Okay, thank you very much. Like you rightly said, it is for people within the age of 15 to 25, the young people that probably they are done from secondary school, they are waiting that period of between waiting to enter the university. So instead of just staying at home doing nothing, they can come and learn practical skills. What we offer is more of practicals.
Okay.
Some of them, yes, they'll go to school to study cybersecurity, but we prepare them for what they are going to meet when they get into the university. We have practical labs set up where they will have hands-on experience. We have set up capture the flag challenges. So these are part of the things that they are going to learn. There are fundamentals to cybersecurity, and we also have the advanced ones where penetration testings will be covered, ethical hackings, and the rest. So it's a full curriculum that captures from beginner to advanced. Thank you.
Oh, awesome. That's interesting. So, how do you prepare participants in the boot camp for real world security threats? Because I know she has mentioned some the things that you have for the boot camp, but how do you prepare the participants, for real world cybersecurity threats?
Thank you very much for that awesome question. Now, that brings us to the primary reasons why the bootcamp was put up in the first place. Aside the training, there's a need for participants and learners to have hands-on experience with the real world. And beyond just the learning, we've put in place, like she mentioned, labs where they can have hands-on experience. And good enough is not just a certificate alone. We're also linking them with international certification bodies where they can also acquire international recognized certificates. Now, as you're training, you're learning, you're carrying out your labs, once you get to that stage of you've acquired that knowledge, there's a mentorship program and hands-on experience program that we've also introduced into the bootcamp, where participants can be given real-world projects. We are upgraded era ICT and cybersecurity solution services company. We have projects running here and there. So periodically, if your competencies have been proven to be of top notch, we now begin to introduce you into ongoing projects where you can participate with professionals, experts, and begin to learn real world experiences. That way, by the time you're done with your 4 months or 6 months engagement with us, you have hands-on experience with not just the theory, not just the practical, but inclusive real-world projects, real businesses projects. Of course, the threats that are coming, the ones we are doing with the analysis we are carrying out, you're participating in them. You're getting to know how these threats are coming, how we are protecting our various clients from them, and of course, is a full, well-packaged program. And definitely, by the time you're done, every organization will be ready to recruit you. And just to add to that, in times past, we've recruited for a couple of organizations, which we wouldn't want to mention names here. We've recruited for government and the private sector, meaning persons that come out of our programs, come out of our bootcamp, they're actually ready for the market.
Okay, because I wanted to ask, what kind of real life experiences, like, do you simulate a situation for them to try and solve, or you just use what you have?
Okay, thank you very much. Now we have a security operations center. We have our labs, we have our capture the flag. So we simulate real world scenarios. Take, for example, phishing. We all receive business email compromise phishing emails every now and then. So we simulate phishing environment where participants will receive fraudulent emails equivalent to what's coming in from real world attackers. So to see if they will actually click on it. And if you click on it, our phishing environment will tell you you have fallen prey to this phishing email, and it will lead you to where you will learn more about that phishing attack. And this is one of the services we offer to our clients. So beyond just the learning aspect, you are engaging with real world environment, real world challenges, cyber attacks, fraudulent emails we receive every day. We analyze them. As we are analyzing them, we are updating them into our phishing environment, where we are sending to our clients, we are sending to learners, and they are actually engaging and actively participating. We simulate hacking challenges, web vulnerabilities, software vulnerabilities. You have an application, we deliberately introduce vulnerabilities in it, and we give it to learners to test, to carry out a vulnerability assessment on. So they can also find the real attacks, not just simulated attacks. And by so doing, they are learning how to engage with the tools, they are learning the experiences, and of course, they are practicing with the required skill set that is preparing them for the real world environment.
Okay, just before we go, because my director is already signaling to me. Okay. So what do you think are the biggest cybersecurity challenges people and businesses face today?
Okay, we have a lot of them. I'll start with insider threats. Yes, we have insider threats, which it's a serious problem. So organizations need to create trainings to help employees to how to tackle recognized attacks when they see them. Like he talked about phishing, malware, ransomware. So, for instance, if an employee does not recognize what he or she is meant to click, can easily fall prey. So that's one of the challenges we face in organizations. And we bring in these young people is to equip them with the necessary knowledge so that they can identify any
way ahead of time.
And identify any attack, any threats wherever they find themselves. so that they can be able to combat it professionally.
All right, thank you so much. But I have one more question, so let me just ask it. So, in your opinion, what are some common mistakes people make when it comes to protecting their online information? You can just mention maybe one or two.
All right, common
Because we have run out of
mistakes
time.
they do while protecting their online information. They just feel if I introduce a username and a password, I'm fine. But in the world today, we agree all of our channels now have what we call multi-factor authentication. You have your password, you have your username, you have your OTP. Some cases you need to verify from another device. So it's important for everybody to ensure they enable multi-factor authentication. Another mistake they do is they feel the moment they have their devices within themselves, they are all safe and secure, forgetting that the moment they connect to external public Wi-Fi that is not their own, either in your hotel, at the airport, at the office space, anybody that manages that network, or even an attacker that is on that network can gain access to your information. So it's important you're mindful of what you share once you are not on your private personal network. So you don't just go about sharing information on every network you find yourself.
Thank you so much. It's been fun having you on the show, and I've learned quite a lot. So thank you so much, and I wish you all the best in your endeavors.
You're welcome. Thank you for having us.
All right. And your weekend continues with this report, and it's Emiwizi Listening Party. Enjoy.